bed breaking lateness. Behind that 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 bed breaking lateness. Behind this is of interest. The communicators of interest. And this is of interest. The communicators of interest. And this is of interest. The communicators of interest. And this is of interest. The community. This is the community. This is community. Behind that bed breaking lateness. 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 Behind that bed breaking lateness.
We ran a similar play during the Magic series, and I ended up just shooting the ball, and it was probably about like 3 seconds. So I just remember that moment and knowing that I had time to at least pun fake or take a dribble. So, he drew up the play again tonight, and
Jesus, Jesus, worship, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. You either love him or you hate him, that's the truth, trust me. It's like making music, gotta flow with the beat. If you get lost, kinda blind, can't see. No reward in heaven, can you feel his heat? Time to make a move, let's move, gotta groove. No place but home for me, I'm in the mood. Sorry about your luck, but I guess you screwed up, time to pay your dues.
Like I said, remembering that moment, I knew I had some time to try to get some space rather than just catch and shoot the ball. But I ended up catching it and just trying to get to a space so I could get the shot off, like you said, and B was guarding me. He's taller, longer than me. So, end up finding a spot that I, that I work on. I end up getting
Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Jump, jump, jump for joy. Jesus in the building, time to sing, little boy. Praise him, now worship, stand up, make some noise. Glorify the King, get loud. In anger, chill, don't sin. Focus, stay straight, cause you know we gon' win. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom.
I didn't leave it all on the floor. This could have been my last game for the season, and I would have had to wait 4 months to put another shot up in a game. So I was gonna leave it all out on the floor tonight and not worry about makes or misses, and still just try to will us to a win or just get to my
worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some. Worship, Jesus. Pack your bags, come with us. We headed to a place called freedom. We always have fun, get some.
It was great, that's something I never experienced before. Getting 7 game-winning shot. So it was, a blessing to just be able to, get to that point and make that shot and feel that moment. And it's something, I could look back on in my career.
What up, what up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking in. And you're listening to the community episode number 14. Hope you had a good weekend. I know I did. Great weekend in sports, and we'll break it all down for you right now. Throughout the show, we'll discuss both the NBA Conference Semifinals, Game 7, what happened on Friday night between the Warriors and the Rockets, which is still shocking to me. And then in the third segment, we'll also discuss UFC 237 between Namajunas and Andrade, as well as the other main event matchups. It was a good one and one that you should not have missed, but if you did so, we'll catch you up here on the broadcast. First and foremost, Game 6, Warriors versus Rockets. The Rockets played at home. No Kevin Durant for the Warriors. It looked like early on in most of the third quarter that the Rockets would work their way into a bigger and bigger lead. The crowd was behind them. Harden and Chris Paul played pretty well. But at the end of the day, they could not get the job done. Klay Thompson went off and led the Warriors along with Steph Curry, who had a huge fourth quarter to lead the team to victory. And guess what? It's looking more and more like they're going to win another NBA championship. But first, they're going to have to get past the winner of last night's Game 7 between the Nuggets and the Trailblazers. But make no mistake, the Warriors have the best team in the NBA, bar none. Their ability to move the ball around offensively and play defense in crunch situations cannot be matched. So for any other team, they're going to have to hope that they play their best game night in and night out, and the Warriors make a few mistakes by way of turnovers or whatever have you, or at least hope the Warriors have to play without Kevin Durant, or minimally a limited Kevin Durant, which we'll hear more about that as the week goes on. Game 1 begins tomorrow night. Game 1 in the Eastern Conference will begin Wednesday night, May 15th. So the Warriors move on. They sat around on Friday night after the victory, and of course all day Saturday waiting for the matchup between the Blazers and the Nuggets. Many people thought the Nuggets would win this game, being at home, playing exceptionally well there. Nikola Jokic, if you haven't seen the playoffs, has been unbelievable. He's a center for the Nuggets, putting up roughly 30 points a night and well over 10 rebounds per game. But in the end, it was not enough. The Trailblazers had a great third quarter, built the lead, gave up the lead just at the end of the third quarter. So the Nuggets went into the fourth quarter with a 1 or 2 point advantage. Can't quite remember, but it was very close. They got fouled at the end of the third quarter when the Trailblazers were winning by 1 or leading by 1. Hit a couple of free throws, took the lead going into the fourth. But the Blazers played very well in the fourth. First of all, C.J. McCollum, 37 points, 9 rebounds. McCollum had 34 points in the previous 6 games. So in one game, he outscored himself in the previous 6. 37 points, 9 rebounds. C.J. McCollum showed up. Turner off the bench, 14 points. That was huge for the Trailblazers, especially when Rodney Hood went out toward the end of the game with a knee injury and did not return. And it looked like the Trailblazers could be in trouble without one of their top playmakers. But that didn't happen. Damian Lillard, 13 points, 10 rebounds. Not his best game, but 10 rebounds is huge for the Trailblazers and giving themselves second chance opportunities. Another guy that played well, and we spoke on the show on Friday, I said he had to have 18 to 20 rebounds. He didn't have that, but Cantor had 12 points, 13 rebounds. So you have 23 rebounds between Damian Lillard and Cantor. And if you add McCollum into the mix, that's 32 rebounds between 3 players. That's going to lead you to victory every time, because you have other players, 5 or 6, who had rebounds as well. But 32 rebounds between McCollum, Lillard, and Cantor was the difference in this basketball game. And now the Trailblazers will meet the Golden State Warriors, and we'll get to see a Curry versus Curry, the 2 brothers, sons of Del Curry, in the Western Conference Finals. And boy, wouldn't you like to hear an interview from Del Curry of how he's going to watch his two sons play for the right to go back to the NBA championship. It should be a good series. The Blazers and the Warriors were tied 2-2 in the regular season, which shows that the Trailblazers can get the job done and can play with the Warriors. Now we're on a different level in the playoffs. Each player playing their best game night in and night out. So it's going to be a little bit different for the Blazers to get some victories over the Warriors, but they certainly can. They can play team basketball. They can play defense, as we saw yesterday when they held the Denver Nuggets to 96 points. So this is going to be a great series, much closer than people think. I believe the Warriors will win this thing in Game 6. But there's a good potential this thing could go 7, or maybe even the Trailblazers could sneak out a victory in 6 games, where they'll be back at home for Game 6. At the same time, who's to say the Warriors won't sweep the Trailblazers, who aren't used to being in this position? It's been a long time since they've been in the conference finals. So we should see our best. We should see the best from Damian Lillard, CJ McCollum, and 2 storylines developing now are injury updates to Rodney Hood and Kevin Durant. Both of those guys will be critical for each team, but it is not yet determined if they will be a factor in games 1 and 2. It seems to me like Kevin Durant will be good to go, even if he is limited. Rodney Hood is questionable until we get more information on his injury. But the Western Conference Finals are set. Blazers take on the Warriors, and they split during the regular season. So that's a big news. Shifting to the Eastern Conference. The Raptors won yesterday 92-90, and I'm sure you saw it by now. The shot by Kawhi Leonard to win the game at the buzzer. A deep shot from the right corner. Ball was inbounded with 4 seconds left. It seems like Kawhi Leonard dribbled for 6 seconds, but nonetheless, he got the shot off just at the buzzer. But it took a few seconds for the ball to go in. It hit off the front iron, went straight up in the air, hit the same iron again, banked or rolled off the other iron, spun around the rim for a second and went in. And the crowd in Toronto went wild because now they get another chance to avenge last year's loss in the conference finals to the Cleveland Cavs. But this year it won't be the Cleveland Cavs and LeBron James. It'll be the Milwaukee Bucks and the Greek Freak, Giannis Antetokounmpo. So both series are set, Eastern Conference Finals and Western Conference Finals. Kawhi Leonard, 41 points, had 39 before that final shot, finishes over 40, and what a series he's had. And to those of you that have been writing in the comments section to me, both on Instagram and YouTube, and you can find me on Instagram at crisscross304 saying that you didn't like the trade, that you want to get rid of Kawhi Leonard and get your old player back, but how do you like that trade now? Because the Spurs are on the sidelines, but the Raptors are in the Eastern Conference Finals, and they're there primarily because of Kawhi Leonard. No one came even close to matching his point total. Next up, Serge Ibaka with 17 points. So Kawhi Leonard is the real deal. We didn't get to see him play last year and even a large part of the previous season, but now he's back. And he said yesterday in the press conference that he's never been in this situation before, be able to experience what he's experienced. And hitting a game-winning shot in Game 7, not many players can say they've experienced that. But Kawhi Leonard has, and that's something he can cherish for the rest of his life. The game was back and forth. Joel Embiid had a great game, and you saw just how hard he tried, not feeling 100%, feeling sick, viral infection. But he went off yesterday, and to lose the way he did caused him to cry and not even care the cameras were on him. No one should make fun of Joel Embiid. If you're a competitor who's even been in the smallest competitive situation, you know the ramifications and how you feel when you lose a hard-fought game, especially when you put in the work in the offseason that these guys put in. Weight room, running, speed training, playing roughly 95 games up to this point, and to lose that way is utterly heartbreaking. And who knows, if you're the 76ers, maybe that is your best opportunity going forward. They have a good team. They should be back in the mix next year, obviously. But we don't know what's going to happen in the offseason with Kevin Durant and New York Knicks talks and things of that nature. The East may not be as easy to get through as it was this year. So the 76ers squandered a very good opportunity, but at the same time, you could say the Raptors took control of their opportunity and got the job done. Heading into the Eastern Conference Finals, the Bucks won the season series against the Raptors 3-1. But again, some nights you're not fully there. In the playoffs, you're at 100% and fully there every single night. So it's hard to use the regular season as any type of indication because guys are going to be playing on a different level. But with Kawhi Leonard and the Raptors, you got to like their chances against the Bucks. Bucks struggled in Game 1 against the Celtics, then took control. You saw in the first round, they took control of that series right from the jump. But the Raptors have a little bit of experience being in this situation as they were there last year. So if there's going to be an upset in the Eastern or Western Conference Finals, you got to believe the Raptors are the ones that have the best chance. They'll be the underdog, but in terms of experience, the Bucks will be the underdog. So the Eastern Conference Finals being set between the Bucks and the Raptors, it should be very exciting. And this is a coin flip, ladies and gentlemen. This can go either way. And I know if you're a Bucks fan, you don't want to hear that, but experience is everything in the playoffs. And that's why more than likely the Warriors will dominate the Blazers, even if this thing goes Game 6 and it looks close. That's the situation. That's what happened in basketball over the weekend. The NBA playoffs are in full effect. Those who say that it's down this year because LeBron James is not in the playoffs are dead wrong. This has been one of the best NBA playoffs that I can personally remember, and I tend to watch almost every game that is played. This is your boy Crisscross 304. Stay tuned for segment 2 as we break down what else happened in the world of sports over the weekend. Stay tuned. We'll be right back with you here on The Community.
USA, Team Trump, USA, make it great again, USA, Team Trump, USA, make it great again. Election day is coming up, who you like? I'm with Trump. Make a pick and don't be judged. It's for free, it don't cost ya. Don't believe me, come and see. Dropping knowledge so deadly. On the road, constantly. Going for broke, can't you see? Immigration lost control. Build a wall, that's for sure. Stop the madness, use the dope. Quit your crying, that's so old. You don't like it, gotta go. Throw them out in the cold. We don't like it, gotta scold. If it's rotten, let it mold. Yeah, let's go. If you can't take it no more, I say yeah, let's go. If you can't take it no more, I say Trump for president. Yup, I can't wait. He's gonna rock the government. Yup, I can't wait. Trump for president. Yup, I can't wait. He's gonna rock the government. Yup, I can't wait. Listen, can't you see we want Trump for president? Listen, can't you see we want Donald J. Trump? Trump for president. Yup, I can't wait. He's gonna rock the government. Yup, I can't wait. Listen, can't you see we want Trump for president? Listen, can't you see we want Donald J. Trump? Only one will get the key. No, 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 can't be shit. Remember Benghazi, 4 men dead, could've been me. It's all about Team Trump. Are you behind it? Speed up. The country's filthy like a duck. Will you help us clean it up? Spitting words, he's on a roll. Action granted, take control. It's a new day on the low. He's not doing it for the dough. He loves the country that you love. Maybe you don't and got a grudge. Put your face all in the mud while we celebrate at the club or the Trump rally. Kinda the same, take it from me. It's like a shopping spree and we can go all week. The people racing through the crowd, shouting words out loud. It go Trump, 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 hey, Trump for president. Yup, I can't wait. He's gonna rock the government. Yup, I can't wait. Listen, can't you see we want Trump for president? Listen, can you see we won? Donald J. Trump, hey, Trump for president. Yay, team I can't wait. He's gonna rock the government. Yay, team I can't wait. Listen, can you see we won? Hey, team Trump, listen, can you see we won? Hey, team Trump, USA, 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 team Trump.
Khabib has McGregor on the ground in a tough position. Starts to apply the chokehold. McGregor's in trouble. McGregor's in trouble. And McGregor taps. The fight is over. Khabib, in obvious celebration, he'll retain the championship belt. Now he jumps the ring. Oh, and now there's a fight in the crowd. Khabib jumps over the ring. There's a fight in the crowd. The fans are going crazy. Now there's a fight in the ring. McGregor takes a left, a right, a left. Oh boy, it looks like some of Khabib's people have jumped into the ring. And there's fights all over the place, folks. Khabib will win and retain the belt. But now we have fights in the ring and outside of the ring as officials try to get this thing under control. Wow. I can't believe what I'm seeing. McGregor taps. He taps out to Khabib. Khabib celebrates, throws his mouthpiece, jumps over the ring, and starts the fight with fans in the crowd. We'll get more information on that later, but that's the situation. Officials are separating everyone now, but fights are taking place all over the place. People in shock, especially fans of McGregor, cannot believe what we're seeing. But Khabib will win. He will retain the title, and you're not going to want to miss this video later of the aftermath after the fight concluded.
In Brazil is already a big step to show people that I already have a lot of fans in the US, having fought there so many times. But now being at home and being able to win this belt here and staying here, being the same person, treating everyone correctly, I think it's going to be tougher to walk on the street now, but I'll take pictures with everyone. And I think that's how I'm different from the rest of everyone. I'm humble.
He might return. Signs of the times, do you really want to burn? I say no sir, I don't think so. As I look through the people, no matter where you go, it seems the story gets retold. Yeah, Jesus is the Savior. Truth is a weapon with the power to save ya. The ride is getting bumpy. All of this knowledge got a brother acting funny. Explosion, the king is on the scene, equipped with weapons you can use if you believe. Faith, prayer, his blood, the Bible. This is what is needed to spark the revival.
I'm someone that waits for things. I think that everything comes at the right time. I believe that if the UFC doesn't give me an immediate rematch against Rose, maybe after Nina and Tatiana's fight, there will be a new contender. And I believe that I'm going to wait for it. I'm going to continue training because now...
Wake up! Your eyes look like they closed. Keep on moving. When he comes, no one knows. Look up, look down. Are you blinded to his crown? You might not see him, but he moves all around. Holy Spirit, would you please fill me up? I'm ready to praise him, and you promised to show up. I can't do it alone, cause these fears got me froze. I'm ready to fly like Chicago's Derrick Rose. Freedom, not just a fantasy. Who could have thought this is better than ecstasy? Join the Holy Spirit with Hillsong in Miami. Now I live in Christ, no need for a Grammy. Put your faith in God, son. Listen.
Now now there's a bigger target on my back. Everyone wants this belt, so I'm going to continue training and dedicating myself to continue this path. I'll wait.
Jéssica, você... Put your faith in God, son. Listen, can you see? Your faith is a weapon and you need it to believe. Focus on prayer, now get down on one knee. Prayer is a weapon and you need it to achieve. Drink his blood, come closer to thee. His blood is a weapon and you need it to be free. Engage the Bible, God's word is the key. The Bible is a weapon and it's proof to me.
Khabib has McGregor on the ground in a tough position. Starts to apply the chokehold. McGregor's in trouble. McGregor's in trouble. And McGregor taps. The fight is over. Khabib, in obvious celebration, he'll retain the championship belt. Now he jumps the ring. Oh, and now there's a fight in the crowd. Khabib jumps over the ring. There's a fight in the crowd. The fans are going crazy. Now there's a fight in the ring. McGregor takes a left, a right, a left. Oh boy, it looks like someone could be. What up, what up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking back in, and you're listening to the community. This is segment 2. We're going to break down UFC 237 this past Saturday night. Now, if you're still learning or just getting into the UFC, when you hear UFC 237, UFC 510, whatever it may be, that's the once in a month pay-per-view. When you hear UFC Fight Night or UFC with a city name like UFC Ottawa or UFC Fort Lauderdale, that's basically your every Saturday night UFC fight. So every Saturday, there's a UFC event going down, but once a month, there's a big one. And that's what happened this past Saturday. UFC 237 in Brazil. And what a night it was. Getting right to the main event. Jessica Andrade takes on Rose Namajunas. Namajunas, the champion, looking very solid in her last few fights, winning the championship previously. It was hard to believe that she was going to lose this fight, but Jessica Andrade is an up-and-coming fighter, obviously, and has built her way to a challenge for the championship belt. And not only did she challenge for the belt, she dominated the fight from the very beginning. The fight ended when Andrade picked up Rose Namajunas over her head, if you can believe that, for the second time in the fight. But this time, the second time, she dropped her right on her head and knocked her out. And the fight was over just like that. Picked her up over her head, body slammed her right on her neck or her head, and Rose Namajunas lost the championship belt in a hurry before she even knew what happened to her. Andrade, speaking in her native language in the press conference, sounded very excited, talking about multiple subjects, even her religion. But nonetheless, very excited and believed that her time was now, and she believed wholeheartedly that she would win this fight, and she did. And the championship belt exchanged hands. In fight number 2, and as you watch the fights live, they go in reverse order from either 12, 13, or 14 all the way down to 1. Usually in the UFC pay-per-view or main event, there's up to 14 fights and as few as 12. A lot of times when there's 14 fights, you might get 1 or 2 cancellations, moving it down to 12. But there's usually a minimum of 12 fights, and that's what there were at UFC 237. But in fight 2, in the middleweight division, Conor took on Anderson Silva. And this has almost become a rite to passage for fighters fighting Anderson Silva. If you beat him, you move up. If you don't, that could be devastating to your career. Because Anderson Silva is an older fighter, experienced, very good with kicks, very good with knockouts. But he hasn't been very successful lately, fighting Israel Adesanya, who is the interim champion, losing to him, and now taking on Conor, who was 11-4 coming in. But Conor is now 12-4 because he got the knockout. And the knockout came by way of a kick to the knee or shin area, which took Anderson Silva right off his feet immediately. Cannonier jumped on him to finish him. But before he could do that, Anderson Silva was screaming in pain, and the ref had no choice but to stop the fight. This wasn't your average knockout or TKO. It wasn't like the guy was unconscious. He just could not stand on his 2 feet anymore, forcing the end of that fight. In fight 3, featherweight fight, all kinds of hype around Volkanovski, who was the 4 seed or contender, fighting Jose Aldo, who we once saw get knocked out by McGregor in less than 10 seconds. He's still the number 1 contender in the featherweight division, but not anymore, because Volkanovski took him out by decision. Jose Aldo is not an easy fighter to get past, especially in the featherweight division. But Volkanovski is an up-and-coming fighter who many of us already know about. He was 19-1 coming in, and guess what? He's now 20-1 and looking ready to fight for the championship belt, which is almost guaranteed after this win. And when you're 20-1, how much longer can they hold you out of a championship fight? So Volkanovski will get a big payday coming up, and he'll be one of the co-main events for sure, as early as UFC 240 or maybe UFC 241. In fight 4, welterweight fight, Staropoli took on Thiago Alves, which you probably heard that name. But Staropoli fought very well, getting the decision win in the welterweight division, and he moves to 9-1. So he wins 90% of his fights, 9-1 in UFC, and continues to move up the rankings, does Staropoli. And in the first main event fight, which is fight number 5, you had Beth Correa, who's a good fighter in the women's division, fighting Aldana. But she lost by submission in the 3rd, late in the fight. And Aldana moves to 10-4. So she looks to continue going. Both of those fighters, in Aldana and Correa, are both 10-4. But Aldana is moving up, and Correa is now sliding down. So that's the situation. It was a great UFC. Only 2 of the 5 main event fights went to decision. The other 2 were KOs, 2 KOs that is, in both of the final 2 fights, which makes it exciting, and a submission. So that's how it turned out in the main event. That's what happened at UFC 237. And when we come back, there's some breaking news on Conor McGregor. So stay tuned for the 3rd segment. This is your boy Crisscross 304, and you're listening to The Community.
You're listening to The Community with your host, Crisscross 304. Crisscross 304. Crisscross 304. Crisscross 304.
Hello? Have you ever heard of Conor McGregor? He's like the greatest fighter ever.
Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. He's gonna fight, he's gonna fight. Hold your breath till the end of the night. Last fighter call, UFC at its height. Bringing that thunder with all his might, saying step up, wanna fight? Hold up, think twice. Gladiator, assassin, reckless, no abandon. Walk through that cage, he'll leave your ass stranded. Wake up, hey, where you at? Hey, got hit in the head with a baseball bat. Thinking I'm so dizzy, where the hell am I at? Black and white saying you just been attacked by Conor McGregor. Beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor. Beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Drop it like it's hot. Think they got a chance, believe it or not. No. Talking mad stuff, looking so confident. But you was only here for the paycheck and the rent. What? McGregor don't need a check, he's so rich. Heck, Got the money so fast it broke your neck. They live on set, pay the bill, I'm in debt. Millions on the line, he gon' win, raise the bet. Yeah, I won. I'm going to the club for some fun. Yes, we won. Time to go out for some fun, thanks to Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. It's time for him to fight. Lock him in a cage tonight. It's time for him to fight. Win at all costs tonight. It's time for him to fight. Lock him in a cage tonight. It's time for him to fight. Win at all costs tonight. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together. Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor, beating bitches down like it's whatever. Getting my money always, forever. He's gonna win, let's get it together.
Hello? Hello? Have you ever heard of Conor McGregor? He's like the greatest fighter ever.
What up? This your boy Crisscross 304 checking in, and you're listening to the community. This is segment 3. Breaking news on Conor McGregor. If you remember, Conor McGregor was involved in an incident in Miami, Florida, where a civilian was trying to take his picture. McGregor ended up snatching his phone and kicking it and shattering the phone, making it unusable going forward. Well, McGregor was arrested and subsequently released quickly out on bond. But it seems the other man involved, whose phone was taken from him and smashed, has decided not to continue complying with the investigation and the court proceedings. Said he was made whole by Conor McGregor, and not quite sure what he means by that. We'll have to get him to elaborate more, hopefully, going forward. He was seeking $15,000 in damages. McGregor was facing felony and misdemeanor charges, but both of those have been dropped. McGregor is also accused, that's the key word, accused of committing sexual assault in his homeland of Dublin, Ireland. But he is yet to face any charges. So as of right now, Conor McGregor is free from any type of charges, any type of court proceedings. It's not that that's taken away his focus from fighting. He's only fought once in the last 2 years. But many of his fans remain loyal and look forward to him fighting again. He declared 2 months back that he was retiring from the UFC, but I don't think anybody, as well as himself, believed that. But instead, he's trying to hedge his bet against the UFC and make sure he gets a big payday in his next fight. Who will his next fight be? We don't know. Donald the Cowboy Cerrone is one good possibility, and that would be a great fight. But if you're McGregor, losing your last 2 fights, well, one against Khabib for the title, and then previously against Floyd Mayweather in boxing, you don't need a big payday. You need to get back in the octagon and just get a win under your belt. It don't matter who it's against. Just get in there and get your flow back. I mean, it is Conor McGregor. You can get in there at any time, and he's going to be great, even when he loses. But the fact of the matter is he needs to build his confidence once again. He's not a man that lacks any type of confidence. But as far as being in the ring and getting a victory, he needs to smell the taste of victory again before he takes a big fight. And that's just in my personal opinion. Of course, McGregor might go for the big payday next, fight a guy like Donald the Cowboy Cerrone, but that's dangerous. Not because the Cowboy is better than McGregor, but it's just because McGregor hasn't been in the ring that much in the last few years, and his experience right now is lacking in terms of the last 2 years. So getting in the ring, getting a guaranteed victory, fighting someone you know you're going to beat, it is dangerous, but it is necessary for Conor McGregor. That's the news in sports. Major news in basketball, UFC 237, and a McGregor free of all charges. This your boy Crisscross 304. You're listening to the community. Have a great Monday. Holla back.
Yo, I'm so sick and tired of these haters. Ain't got nothing better to do, just all in my face. I'm like, back up, back up, back up, back up. Off me. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Secret mode, that's right. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Silent mode, that's right. Off of me, back up slowly. I move so quick, haters can't see me. Getting what I need, you best believe. The days are short and his gift I shall receive. Jesus comes first, quench your thirst. If you don't follow, you might be cursed. One way home, a party with some foam. The place so big, you might just roam. I'm all over town, not till sundown. Shine his light, worship his crown. Don't fear death, cause he puts me at rest. If you don't agree that my God is the best, get off me. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Secret mode, that's right. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Silent mode, that's right. I'm really in the mood. Hey, I like your attitude. Wanna chill tonight? Please go out and see the fight. Conor, McGregor, and Floyd Mayweather. We got choices, gotta make your mind up quicker. It's all on me, no need for the money. Grab your girls, let's go, follow me, in for free. Club close at 3, party time, pray for me. Dancing all night, sweating profusely. Don't know the time, lost track happily. Middle of the night, all the haters fell asleep. They off me. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Secret mode, that's right. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Silent mode, that's right. Get off me. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight. Secret mode, that's right. Haters get off me. Haters get off me. Yeah, I'm going on a trip tonight.